The Minister for Workplace Relations and Safety, what recent announcements has she made about reforming WorkSafe?
The Honourable Brooke van Velden.
Mr. Speaker, today I announce that the Government has agreed to a range of changes that will significantly focus WorkSafe on critical risk and the issuing of more guidance and advice to businesses and workers. Last year, I travelled New Zealand and heard from businesses, workers and people who deal with health and safety every day who wished for more guidance and help from WorkSafe on how to comply with health and safety legislation, only to be told it's not WorkSafe's job. My reforms address this issue.
Supplementary. What changes are already underway at WorkSafe?
Mr. Speaker, I've written a letter of expectation to WorkSafe outlining this government's focus and expectations, and I'm pleased to note WorkSafe are on board with the changes. WorkSafe have also begun the mammoth task of updating its website guidance. Removing and replacing outdated guidance will make it much easier for people to find the help they are looking for and ensures WorkSafe is giving consistent and clear advice. Also, WorkSafe's road cone tip line is open and ready for business. You can find this at worksafe.govt.nz/roadcones.
Supplementary. What is the Government's intentions with the announced reform?
Mr. Speaker, my intention with these WorkSafe changes is to improve worker safety and reduce cost to business. A system that clearly focuses on reducing death and serious injuries rather than box-ticking exercises will see better outcomes. It will also reduce costs to business. This change is a benefit to both workers and businesses. The intention with the road cone tip line is that in future, when members of the public see road cones on the road, they'll know it's for genuine risk reduction. Getting rid of overzealous use will be a benefit to all who see a road cone. Last year, I travelled New Zealand and heard from businesses, workers and people who deal with health and safety every day who wished for more guidance and help from WorkSafe on how to comply with health and safety legislation, only to be told it's not WorkSafe's job. My reforms address this issue.
Was she advised in her briefing to the incoming minister that, quote, organisations inspected by WorkSafe have lower rates of serious ACC claims compared to non-inspected organisations, unquote?
Mr. Speaker, I'd have to cast my mind back nearly 18 months to all of the briefings that I received when I first arrived. But if I look at one of the briefings that I know I did see, because I still have this one in front of me, this was the Business Leaders Health and Safety Forum report, which found that in comparison to another country that we quite often compare ourselves to, like Australia, we have far more use of enforceable undertakings than Australia. We've had more legal proceedings, yet fewer won than Australia. We've had far more fines imposed relative to our economic size than Australia, but we don't have the same proactive relationship. That's the report that I recall seeing, and that's what I'm focusing on.
It's true.
Does she stand by her April 2024 statement, quote, if people know that there's a possibility for a Labour Inspectorate agent to come into their place or the WorkSafe agents to come into their place and inspect whether they are complying with the law, you've got both a carrot for compliance and the stick, unquote?
Of course I do. That's exactly what's still happening. We have WorkSafe inspectors going onto work sites every day. That's not stopping, that's continuing. We're still having enforcement activities, prosecutions will still happen, and it's important that we do have that stick. But what we've heard time and time again from business owners and workers is that when they've been asking for guidance and advice on what they need to do to comply with the law, they haven't received it. It's important that we have the upfront guidance for people who are asking for it so that WorkSafe is there to help. It's not just there to harm.
Will her changes refocusing WorkSafe from an enforcement agency to an advisory agency decrease workplace accident and fatality rates? If so, by how much?
Mr. Speaker, my intention with this policy is worker safety. We want businesses, we want workers, and we want WorkSafe focused on critical risks, the activities that will lead to death and serious injury. We have had far too much focus on tick box exercises, making sure that people are complying and having a paper trail rather than identifying those critical and serious risks. So we can focus on it, we can have guidance for it, and we can make sure that our workers are safe.
What modelling has she commissioned that shows refocusing WorkSafe from an enforcement agency to an advisory agency will decrease workplace injury and fatality rates?
Mr. Speaker, I think the member will be very aware that we are a government, we are not a business. We set the rules that allow businesses to then follow them, and there are more things that happen in a business than just the rule that the government sets. You've got the Health and Safety, you've got Holidays Act, you've got so much red tape regulation imposed by government, you've got individual contributions, you've got managers, workers, individual workplace relationships. It's not possible to model every single interaction that workers and businesses have on a shop floor. But what we can say with confidence is that our intention is that we will see a decrease in deaths and a decrease in serious injury, because we are asking business owners, workers and WorkSafe to focus on reductions of critical risks.
Does she still expect WorkSafe to undertake at least 2,200 interventions a year to ensure minimum compliance with employment standards, as they were required to do under now removed performance measures?
Mr. Speaker, the previous governments removed and changed performance measures within WorkSafe. We have not seen good accountability of WorkSafe for years. We as a government are refocusing WorkSafe's efforts so we know where the money is going. We know that it's being spent on guidance documents for businesses and workers who are struggling to know how to follow the rules. It needs to be easier, but we're also asking them to enforce the law too. You can have both the carrot and stick.